Da Vinci is white. Limited Louis that's light. Rafe in the city that's light. LED look at the light. We the ones don't like. But you look too light. Why even play with your life? Bank account looking like yikes. The ops on IG all the time. I dare them go live. Wagyu steak, I dine. 8 ounce, 255. I can't get fuck you with too groovy you me. If I ain't had love for me.
All right, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Green Bay Packers and the Jacksonville Jaguars. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones, and he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Malik Jackson there to make the stop.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
On second down, here's Rodgers. It's caught by Quincy Enunwa. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completion.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And it'll be Jaguar football as they take over deep in their own territory. Bortles leads the Jags up 1st and 10 at their own 15.
77. 11.
To throw is Bortles. Buying time to his left. Completes it to Moncrief left side. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, 5. Touchdown, Jaguars. Dante Moncrief, 85 yards. And the Jags have taken the early lead. And, Charles, I had an offensive coordinator tell me one time that they design every play to score. I don't know how true that is, but he had to run a long way after that catch. Heck of a play.
I think that when he was telling you that, he was designing run after catch in every play. I mean, that's the only way to put it in there, and that's what we got on that one. Nice catch, an even better run for big yardage.
This will be fielded at the 6. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Abdullah across the 30 to the 31-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
Rodgers to throw on second down. Looking deep for Adams. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
Rodgers now on first down. Trying to lay one up deep. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Back to the air on second down. It's Rodgers. And he's brought down, but not before reaching the 8-yard line. 23 yards on the play. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
A good run of 6 yards there, gets him closer to the goal line with second down coming up. From the 2 now, second and goal. They come out here in the I. They'll run it with Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Rodgers now on third and goal. Touchdown, Packers. Quincy Enunwa, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
11.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Alert to safety over here.
Bortles now on first down. Dumps it off to Fournette. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Well, he made that catch knowing full well that at the end of it, he's going to catch a pretty good lick.
I guess if there's anyone on this team that can absorb a pop, it's him.
Watch tight end. Tight end's right. 372. 3 down. He's coming.
Throwing is Bortles. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And that one results in 35 yards.
We just saw him hit a big play there on a deep post. And most of the time, the post isn't available because usually you have defenders in the middle of the field. But if you throw enough curls and crossing routes and underneath routes, I know from experience, they get tired of watching those balls get caught. They start to creep up a little bit, and that's when you can hit them big over the top.
Alongside the former defensive back Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move.
Lucy.
No. 3 down.
Hey, 54, Ricky.
Watch 17. Check 40.
Throw left.
throwing on first down is Bortles. That's into the hands of Westbrook over the middle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. The Jags with their first opportunity in the red zone. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18.
You got 3 down.
Hey, 5-0.
Bortles on the give to Fournette. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Kevin King coming up from the secondary to make the play.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep a defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
You. 372.
Now Bortles throwing on 2nd down. Escaping the pressure right. And snapped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, his first carry of the game right there. He had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well.
Check. 59.
So right.
They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Let's go.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time.
Odd. 5 down.
Throw left.
59.
Throw left.
Now they'll throw it. Bortles. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
Now we got 3rd and goal coming up, and couldn't you imagine being in that huddle, partner? You know they're looking at each other saying, we can't come away with just 3 points after this drive.
Yeah, they've covered a lot of ground. They want more than that 3. This will be play number 8 on the drive. It's 3rd and goal.
Spread right, 72. Lucy. Green 80. Throw left. Green is all right.
Throwing now is Bortles. He'll check this one off to Fournette. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. And Lambeau will put this one through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
They'll run again. This time it's Abdullah. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be third and about a foot or 2.
That's fine. Yeah.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this. They'll run here. Abdullah. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. So with the pass being completed, they'll go ahead and take that instead.
Nothing extra to be gained. Pass interference at the spot, completed the pass. That was your play. So it might as well have not even had the penalty.
So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break.
319. We are going. 319.
Now they'll throw with Rodgers. And Graham's got it. Complete. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Flushed out right. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for his running back, Aaron Jones, that time. 3rd down here.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Now Rodgers going to throw on 3rd and goal. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. They do get 8 out of the pitch and catch. However, it's 4th down. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Now Harrison Butker for the field goal try. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And the kick by Butker is good. And that will knot things up here late in the first half. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
And now out come the Jags. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
76, 76.
Bortles now on 1st down. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
Here we go. Throw that.
Check.
77. So right.
On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. Now he's hit, and Bortles fumbled. It's loose, and the Packers pick it up. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
319! 319! 319!
Throwing again. Rodgers. The left side completion to Jones. And now prior to this 3rd and 1, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. The Packers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. A handoff to Abdullah. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And able to find Graham, complete. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. Lets this one rip toward Graham. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Jumbo!
Rodgers throwing again. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd. So we've reached halftime here in our initial Sunday night telecast of the new season. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up.
Check 52. 73.
Second half beginning with a run from Fournette. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Lucy.
No. 3 down.
Lucy.
Bortles to throw on 2nd down. And he rifles one incomplete. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
372. 372. Back. 72. Check.
Mike is 59. Mike the
Bortles to throw on 3rd and 1. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Fournette, a first down carry. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Kenny Clark, the big D tackle there to make the stop. In a 3-4 defense there, and against the run, a lot of responsibility can fall on that nose tackle.
A ton of responsibility, no pun intended, because they've got to deal with not just the center, both guards, and a lot of times they have to eat up double teams in order to let the rest of the guys get to the football. But how about that play? He not only did he eat up the double team, he ate up the ball carrier as well.
I was going to say, talking about puns, you said eat up the double team.
Here we go. Hey, 54, Ricky.
Check 31. Check 31.
On second down, here's Bortles. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. They give him a gain of 37. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 23.
Lucy.
Check.
Move.
Bortles now to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Hey, 5-0. So right.
Bortles going to throw. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Move.
Check me out. We got 3 down, but we got to stand up over there.
Lucy. Hank.
59 Mike. 59.
Lucy. Hey, hold it.
Bortles to throw once more. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down. And this one is no good. He missed it. And we will remain tied here in this 3rd quarter. Well, close game, second half. You obviously hate to leave 3 out on the field.
Especially in a game like this when you know points are hard to come by. That was one of their best opportunities so far, and they come away with nothing.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Jalen Ramsey right there in coverage to knock it away.
Well, so many times defensive backs get caught playing the man rather than the football. but not in this case. That's an excellent play. Did exactly what you're supposed to do. Attack the football and help break up the pass.
And, yep, as a result, knocks it down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
We are going.
To throw is Rodgers. To throw again. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Rodgers going to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. He had their lone TD earlier. Now he's got a first down.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Hey, check 26.
Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. Looking deep for Adams. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Defensively, they just lost him. He was waving his arm saying, I'm wide open. They found him.
Yeah, and it's so interesting about when a receiver starts to wave his arms because some guys, right off the line of scrimmage, they declare themselves open. You know, those guys throw the one arm up, hit me right now. In this case, he was so wide open that he was frantically trying to get his attention to make sure he got the football. And then I'm sure his only thought when the ball was in the air, don't drop it. Had too much time to think.
Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Rodgers now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. A dump off for Abdullah. He takes this to the 15. A flashy juke. That got him a couple extra yards. Give him 8 on the play, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. Now a give. This is Abdullah. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. So a big one coming now for Harrison Butker. This to break our 4th quarter tie. And Butker able to put this one through. And they will take the lead at 13-10. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better. Bortles now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, check flag 47. Check flag 47. 76, 76. 6 man.
Now Bortles dumps it off to Fournette. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. It's a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Lucy, Lucy. Check. Fresno. Hey, 5-0, 5-0. 5-0, 5-0.
Now Bortles. He's going to fire one deep. It's caught inside the 25. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Give him 30 yards there. Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. So we come up here on 1st and 10.
3 down. 77.
A handoff to Fournette. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
What an opening weekend it's been already. Could the best finish be coming here on Sunday night? We'll find out as we come up on a 1st and 10.
Hey, 5-0, 5-0. 5-0.
They'll run it again with Fournette. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning.
Lucy.
Throwing is Bortles. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
77. Move. Lucy. Mike is 59. Mike to 59.
Bortles. And complete to Moncrief over the middle. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Lucy.
5 down. Stand up in.
11B.
Check. 59.
Hey, hold it. Hey, 54, Ricky.
Back to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. So now it's 4th down and short, and whatever they do, run or pass it, they've got to pick up the first here.
Yeah, and you mentioned running it. That is still an option, but as you also said, they've got to do it quickly and get back to the line of scrimmage.
And Lambeau will put this one through. And we are all tied here in the final stages. Now, we knew this had the potential to be a tight game, but with less than 3 minutes to play, couldn't be any tighter. We're all tied.
All locked up, right? And this next drive is going to tell us everything we need to know about this game, because I want to see how they come out with the football. Are they going to be aggressive and attack downfield? You still got a 2-minute warning to come up? Or are they going to be conservative and try and hold on and maybe just get to overtime?
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right?
That's caught at the 25. And he'll be down deep into Jacksonville territory. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
That's fine. Yeah.
On first down, Abdullah. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. A second down run for Abdullah. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Hey, guys, check me out. We got 3 down, but we got to stand up over there.
On the run, Abdullah. It's a 5-yard pickup, but spotted a few chain links short of the first, so a little bit of decision time here coming up on fourth down. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
Tie game, fourth quarter, and they're going for this thing on fourth down.
Odd, 5 down.
319.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Now on 4th and inches, they're going to want to talk this over. We get a timeout, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here. This to take the lead here in the final minute. And the kick by Butker is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
Lucy.
SOS. Mike's 47.
So right. 11.
They'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. So he was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Lucy.
He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. He's got him in. Complete. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Well, how about keeping your head about you in this situation? No more timeouts. Finds a way to get out of bounds. Now they can breathe a little bit as they contemplate what to do on the next down.
So left.
3 down.
So right, so right.
47 Mike. Mike, 47. Hey, we heavy on the
He's back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Jair Alexander. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They begin the drive with Williams. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. Give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week 1. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season. We get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
So for the Packers, it wasn't always pretty, but they do eke out the Week 1 victory here by a field goal. And they'll return home next week to take on the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host the Pittsburgh Steelers. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.